As part of our Greenland operations, we work very closely with United Airlines. It's their first year servicing Greenland, where they fly direct from Newark, New York, into Nuuk, Greenland in just about 4 hours. And our guests that come in on that flight have an amazing day experience in Greenland before they board the ship. So today we had a little bit of a taste, quite literally, of that experience, where we went out on a boat, had incredible views, then came out the fishing lines when we literally dropped the line into the water, and within about 1 minute, we started catching wild cod. We then took those fish to a local restaurant run by, of all things, Thai people here in Greenland who made the most amazing curries and Thai dishes with this fresh cod that we just caught. It literally could not be any fresher or more delicious. And here we are sitting in one of the most majestic surroundings while we're having lunch. It really was one of those experiences of a lifetime that you really can't even imagine, and you certainly could never try to recreate that again, unless maybe you're on the next HX voyage. So we came back from this incredible day out on the water. We got picked up from the boat by a couple of UTVs where we went on a little bit of a city adventure now, seeing all of the sights and some of the great lookouts that Nuuk has to offer before finishing the day with another amazing meal, this time some Greenlandic fish soup with this incredible surrounding just 5 minutes from the city. There is so much to see and do, and we haven't even boarded the ship yet. Things are going to get even better.
When you come here, make sure that you become one with the nature. Take moments out there on the ship and just enjoy the moment and feel the animals and just become one with them, because that's who we are as Inuit. We are still one with the nature, and I really want others to experience that as well. So please do, when you come here, go out there, just feel the air, look around, and just hear the nature's sound, and just become one with it.
So we're coming to the end of our trip in Greenland, but we had one special guest, but things aren't going quite as planned.
No, the end came a little earlier than we thought, because most flights are actually closed out of Greenland today, so we're going to take off a little bit earlier. We were supposed to meet with Jacob, the CEO of Air Greenland, but instead of meeting him in person...
Let's see whether we can try and Teams him in.
Yeah, let's do a Teams call instead. Hey, Jacob, how are you?
Hi, Daniel. It's so great to see you, and I hope that you and Chloe and the rest of the team made it back okay.
So you're talking about why we chose each other, or why we chose to work together. I'm wondering from you, Jacob, just to kick us off here, what made it feel like such a natural fit from your perspective to work with a brand like HX? I know we share so many of the same values, but I really wanted to ask you, what was it about HX that you saw as such a strategic partner?
You mentioned it yourself, Daniel, that we share common values, but I think HX goes a step further in just sort of saying that you have these values. You also go to great lengths to live those values, and we've seen that over the years, and the same thing is true for Air Greenland. So I think for us it was a matter of trust and confidence that, okay, if we do enter into this partnership, it is not just going to be fancy words, it's also going to be in action. So together we felt that with HX we could live those shared values to a greater extent. So that was one of the big things in choosing you as our partner.
I'm wondering what advice you could have for us as we think about the future of tourism in Greenland, something that we can be doing together, we at HX can be doing more of or differently. I mean, how do companies like ours do a better job in promoting tourism in places like Greenland?
I think you're already on the right path in HX, but one of the things that is very important is to be very close to the local communities, especially outside of Nuuk and Inuit. So when you get closer to those communities, invite the people on board the ship. If there's if there have been IROPs on the coast, I mean, if you can bring some, it doesn't have to be a lot. Bring some goods, from Nuuk to the communities. Those small things, and make sure that you always include the communities in your activities as much as you can in terms of local engagement, guides, on board the ships and everything. In Greenland, we all know each other, or many of us are related. So it doesn't take a lot of people to get involved with things before it spreads. And we always get very proud when we see that our nephew or our cousin or our neighbor's cousin and nephew is involved in activities like the ones you're doing. So just always include the local communities in your thinking, and open up sort of your product and your ship and your beautiful ship. Whenever someone goes on board, they take pictures and they share with friends and family, and that creates, a positive vibe around it. Then we need to, of course, explore other options for expanding the seasons. I think that's from a more business point of view, expanding the season is very, very important. And I think that you can create also great experiences for the guests. My favorite season is the winter, and we have the Gulf Stream. So the waters of West Greenland are open all year. So that's another area that we might want to explore together.
We were actually in Nuuk for the Pride Festival, and I really just wanted to understand from you the role that you play as Air Greenland in promoting inclusivity and representation, and in particular in a more remote region like Greenland, and some of the more remote regions that you have within Greenland.
Yeah, and I think it's a great thing that you participated in the Nuuk Pride event, and that you support those events. I think in a community like this, we as a national carrier and a large employer in Greenland, we have to mirror the community that we live in, and we are in our part of the world. We can use every set of hands that we have, and the only way of doing that is by including everyone and making room for everyone and making it possible for everyone to grow and be themselves in the workplace, in the community. So that's why supporting events like the Pride and inclusion, diversity is so important, especially here. So it means a lot that you're supporting it, and we're doing a lot of things to support inclusivity and diversity in Air Greenland, such as maternity leave arrangements for same-sex parents. We have been way ahead of legislation on that part. Unisex uniforms, freedom to choose which uniform you prefer, depending on how you identify yourself. Policies against harassment, sexism, all these things, and just basically making it easier being yourself, however you feel comfortable.
Jacob, we have only 1 minute left, and I have just a few quick-fire questions for you before we log off for the day. You mentioned the winter is your favorite time in Greenland, but I would love to know, where is your favorite place in Greenland?
My favorite place in Greenland is on a red airplane or on a HX ship, because it takes you magnificent places. We have many great places in Greenland, but if I have to name one place, it's going to be Gabecislit, where my cabin is, that I can enjoy in all seasons of the year and just relax or go hunting or fishing. It's a marvelous place.
All right, so now you mentioned an HX ship. So if you weren't in Greenland and you were on an HX ship, where in the world would you want to be?
It's a very, very close competition between the Galapagos Islands or Antarctica. I've never seen a penguin outside of the zoo. So, one of those places, but definitely on an HX ship.
All right. Well, maybe it's actually going to be both of those places. It might not just have to be one. And last question, now that you have this sparkling new airport in Nuuk, you have to be thinking about where else in the world you're going to send your beautiful red aircraft to. So anything you can kind of give us in terms of the future thinking of where you're going to be flying to?
Obviously, the aim and the vision is to go to expand the network. It has to be done in a sustainable way from a business point of view. But we would really like to, when Ilulissat Airport opens, to explore the Western options, North America, which is also something I think that HX would be interested in. But we're also looking at some of the major hubs in Europe. That could be London, it could be Paris, it could be Frankfurt. So right now we have to build the traffic through the existing hubs, and then we'll look at going both west and deeper into Europe. That's definitely the goal of the future.
Jacob, thank you so much for your time today. What you do to provide such a fantastic experience to our guests, your crew, your product, it's fantastic. And so it's really great to have that relationship and that partnership and to be able to bring it to life together. So thank you for your time today, but also thank you for what you do every day for our guests.
Thank you very much for those kind words, Daniel. And we feel the same. Whenever I see an HX ship coming into the harbor, I almost feel like it's my own, and I want to take care of it and take care of the guests. So it's likewise. Thank you very much for the partnership and what you're doing. And I think we should just say all the best to all of your great employees and to our mutual future.